The event saw the participation of the resident coordinator in Sri Lanka for the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Senior Human Rights Advisor Juan Fernandez Chardon, Director of Programs of Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union Yasu Nagata, Chairman of the Capital Maharaja Group Sashi Rajamahendran, diplomats, foreign dignitaries, legal luminaries, senior members of the banking and corporate sector of Sri Lanka, and senior directors of the Capital Maharaja Group. Speaking at the event, the chairman of the Capital Maharaja Group, Sashi Rajamahendran, spoke about the significance of the event.
The step we are taking today is remarkable in the corporate history of Sri Lanka. It is a very conscious step, though. It is a step in the right direction, as Sri Lanka is due to mark the 75th anniversary of independence next year.
The chairman also laid out the roadmap for the group in terms of strengthening the human rights of all Sri Lankans.
The next year is going to be another important milestone in the annals of human rights. It marks the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which culminates on the 10th of December 2023. Similarly, the next year is especially important for the Capital Maharaja Group because it marks 25 years of launching Sirsa TV. To mark this confluence of anniversaries, we are introducing a year-long program throughout next year, aimed to feature different human rights and their relationships with peace, democracy and development. It will reflect the theme of the 75th UDHR as decided by the UN General Assembly, that is, to educate, empower and transform. Let me assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that this theme, educate, empower and transform, is going to be our motto that underlies and inspires our relevant programming from today until the end of 2023.
The United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk, addressed the gathering via a video message.
At a time when the world emerged from cataclysmic events, the Declaration sets out universal rights and recognized the equal worth of every person. The Declaration, which was drafted by representatives from all over the world, embodies a common language of our shared humanity, a unifying force at the heart of which lies human dignity and the duty of care we owe each other as human beings. In the past 74 years, the importance of universal, indivisible, and inalienable rights has only become clearer. Yet, there is a growing disconnect between the standards on the one hand and the realities on the ground on the other.
The message of the chairperson of the Human Rights Commission of Sri Lanka, Justice Rohini Marasinghe, was read out by chef de ceremony Sonali Vanigabaduge.
With regard to today's program organized by the CMG Group and the private sector participation here today, I must say that this is undoubtedly a very ambitious project by Sri Lankan private sector. It is also ambitious given the energy, effort and time it is going to take to conceptualize and put into practice the essence and ethos of what the UDHR stands for.
CEO and Group Director of the Capital Maharaja Group, Sunil Kanoja, also spoke at the event.
Today's celebration is a means of expressing our shared joy of being united by human rights. It's also a manifestation of our deeper commitment to building that unity further. Creating an awareness of human rights, educating and imparting values, fostering diversity and inclusion, sensitizing and promoting rights, rights of the child, women's rights, rights of persons with disability, and rights of vulnerable groups are bound to engender a culture of human rights that underpins a vision of unity for all.
Several cultural performances, including a special performance of the World Heritage cultural items, Puppetry of Ammalangoda, was performed at the event. The finals of the Human Rights Day debates between Royal Institute Colombo and the Medical Faculty of the Peradeniya University was held under the topic, Education is the best approach to ensure that human rights are protected. The final debate was judged by the Commissioner of the Legal Aid Commission of Sri Lanka, President's Council Udita Igalaheva, Attorney at Law Deshan Hevavitana, and Country Representative of the Asian Media Information and Communication Centre, Senior Journalist and Director, Asoka Dias. The team from the Medical Faculty of the Peradeniya University was adjudged the winners of the debate. University of Colombo was adjudged winners of the Sinhala debating competition, while the team from the Open University of Sri Lanka was selected runners-up. The winners of the Tamil debating competition was the team from CFPS Law School, and the runners-up were the University of Colombo. Group Director of the MTV Channel Private Limited Media Network, Siobhan Daniel, delivered the final remarks.
The great Genevan philosopher Jean-Jacques Rousseau, in his seminal piece, The Social Contract, arrests our attention by beginning when he says, "Man is free and yet everywhere is in chains. Man is free and yet everywhere is in chains." But perhaps his second line is even more interesting. What he says is, "Those who believe they are masters of others are truly enslaved." Why? Because they can never defeat the relentless progress of man's quest for absolute freedom. They can never defeat that humanness, that spirit of humanity that all of us have and cherish and protect and defend. And ultimately they will lose. Those who believe they are our masters will ultimately lose.
The theme for the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is dignity, freedom and justice for all.